Retired pro-turned-pundit Jim Courier has shared his hopes for Novak Djokovic and Rafael Nadal's futures, and explained how they can match Roger Federer's career longevity. Novak Djokovic and Rafael Nadal have been tipped to continue playing until they are 40 years old, like their rival Roger Federer, if they can manage their schedules properly. Former world number 1 Jim Courier shared his wish for the 20-time Grand Slam champions to continue playing for several more years, and explained how they could alter their seasons to ensure longevity in their respective careers. Djokovic is continuing to break records aged 34, with his most recent accomplishments coming at the Rolex Paris Masters. The Serb was able to clinch the year-end number 1 ranking for a record 7th time, having previously shared the record with Pete Sampras with 6 finishes at the top spot in the rankings. By defeating his US Open conqueror Daniil Medvedev in the final on Sunday, he also lifted a record 37th Masters 1000 trophy, a record he previously shared with Nadal on 36 titles. Meanwhile, the Spaniard is gearing up for his return to competition after shutting down his season ahead of the US Open to give his troublesome left foot injury time to recover. Nadal had barely played since June, when he suffered a shock semi-final loss at Roland Garros, his most successful tournament where he is a 13-time champion, and later revealed he aggravated a left foot injury during the match. The world number 6 made a short-lived comeback at the Washington ATP 500 where he played just 2 matches before ending his season, and now set to return at next month's Mubadala World Tennis Championship, an exhibition in Abu Dhabi, before starting the 2022 season at the Australian Open. Now, former world number 1 Jim Courier has shared his hopes for Nadal and Djokovic to keep playing for many more years, while crediting the Serbs' recent success in Paris-Bercy. I think that's an undervalued asset as far as achievement goes, the 4-time major champion said of Djokovic's record 7th finish at year-end number 1. There's too much weight put on the number of majors, but weeks at number 1 really speaks to the body of work, especially when you factor in that these 3 champions, Federer, Nadal and Djokovic, are all doing it largely at the same time. It's so remarkable that Novak has been able to track these guys down and now leapfrog them in a number of vital categories, 7 times year-end number 1 and running away with the weeks at number 1 as well. The Serb has been the most successful player of 2021, winning 3 Grand Slam titles and making the final of the US Open, but has played just 10 tournaments this year. Djokovic took 2 months off between the Australian Open and the clay court season, skipping the Miami Open, did not play any events between Roland Garros and Wimbledon, and only played the Olympics between Wimbledon and the US Open. His only post-US Open tournament so far has been the Paris Masters, and he will finish the year at the ATP Finals in Turin before representing Serbia at the Davis Cup Finals. Jim Courier cited Djokovic's clever scheduling as the way he and Nadal and continue to play until they are at least 40, likening the tactic to Federer's. As he said, I think he'll pick his spots to get 4, 5, 6-week breaks like we've seen. That's what extended Federer's career so beautifully, too. Federer picked his spots and played sparingly from a young age. I hope we'll be as lucky to have Novak and Rafa play until they're 40 like we have with Roger, and hopefully beyond. But playing a lighter schedule will go a long way toward keeping him fresh and probably healthy as well.